Okay. Here's my arbor. My peas are dying. My asparagus. I have zinnias coming up. There are my tomatillos and more peas that are about done. More tomatillos. Nothing is planted in the main part yet. I'm going to stick some seeds. More peas that are spent. Tomato. That's my only cherry tomato, I think. It was a volunteer this year. Yep, it's a cherry tomato. My lilies aren't open just yet this morning. My walkway that needs to be mowed. My cauliflower that is not producing heads. It's just getting too hot. I planted them early, but I planted them too early. And I've got a tomato. I have a tomato at the base of each trellis. My one kale that I planted is doing really well. I got lots of weeds. In here is lemon sorrel, which I like. It grows wild in my yard. There's another tomato. This is my lemon balm underneath this trellis with my bench that needs to be I need to put new wood in it. I put new wood in it, about 5 years ago. It needs to be redone. More tomatoes. I have morning glories coming up everywhere. I've been fighting them. And chives. And my dill. And I have a tomato there. And a tomato there. And more chives. And a tomato there. And more cauliflower. It's not doing anything. And then this is my giant sunflower. And it's got a baby right behind it. And then here I'm going to plant herbs and such. And carrots. Which I have not started yet. And I'm going to plant squash and melons in here. I've already planted some watermelon, but they're not coming up yet. It takes them a good week or so in here to come up. So that's this garden. You can see a morning glory over there blooming. They're pretty, but more, you can't kill them out. There are more morning glories everywhere. And my walkway has grown up with weeds. I've been busy trying to get weeds out of the garden. You can see where I stopped down there. We're going to mow the rest and put cardboard over it. This is my chimenea that fell and broke over the winter, and so I'm going to use it strategically in the garden to help with moisture. And this is my compost, and I've got sunflower and some tomatoes growing out of it. Bird bath for the bees. And then this is my new garden. I have peppers and tomatoes and sweet potatoes on the trellises. And then I have okra in the back. And I have zucchini and squash and sugar baby watermelon back there. And and this is the old greenhouse. It's getting ready to go because there was no ventilation in it and it grew weeds and we just did not do it right. And these racks, if you ever have a chance to get one of these for your gardening supply stuff, they're awesome. Let's see. Apple tree, Fuji apple tree, That's my peach tree. My raspberries are in there with the monkey grass. And this is my Granny Smith tree. And the great big apricot trees back there. And then over here, in this mess, we have to mow. This is potatoes and onions in here, and you can see that they're pushing the fabric, the frost fabric up. We had the frost fabric over it because the cats like to lay in there, and we don't want them laying in there. We have some arches coming that we're going to put over them, and hopefully they will do just fine. We've been doing a lot of trimming, and so we have a lot of scrap. My apple tree, I still have a bunch of pruning to do on it, but that's what all that mess is. But here you can see the onions and the potatoes in here. Oh my. Somebody laid on that potato on top of the fabric. So we're going to have to raise that up. But that's the garden. My herbs are still upstairs in my little greenhouse. And of course I dropped you. And we will be planting more by seed and those little seedlings out in the garden shortly. There are my bees, well, Ken's bees. And yeah, we have a bunch of cleanup to do right now, but that's all part and parcel of the homesteading journey. Love you guys. Bye.